everyone else, this is gonna be seamless.
Yeah.
For us, it's already a mess.
Hi, my name is Daniel,
Hi, my name is Christian.
and we are Good Guy Bad Pants.
Can I flex on you a little bit?
I'll do it.
Okay, so do you see this right here?
Yes.
Pretty cool, huh?
Huh? Fantastic. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. This is an audio podcast for some.
Yeah, it's a video. For some of you, this might be the first time that you've seen us.
Yeah. I mean, that's very possible. It's weird that you start the first episode of this new joint effort together with the words, "Do you mind if I flex on you real quick?" So hi, I'm Christian. It's been a while since I've been on a podcast. And that's Daniel.
You're listening, watching too. Here, let me for the people who haven't seen us together, let's flex on them.
Okay.
Let's flex on them.
Okay.
Let's show them what we've learned.
We've learned so much, probably.
Hello, this is your co-host for the evening. My name is Daniel, and we're about to get certified fresh. Everybody out there in the audience, if you're listening to this, call your mom and tell her that you love her. I'm sure there's going to be a mix of people who are listening to this. There's going to be people who are a fan of us at Live Laugh Lariat or our friends, and then there's going to be the people that were a fan of us from way off Broadway. And I'm very confident that this show is going to be a show that's going to be enjoyable by all. But at the same time, way off Broadway was slightly more, it was like PG-13.
Yeah. Way Off Broadway very much was like,
Because my parents listened to it.
it was classy. The parents can listen to Way Off Broadway.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest takeaway, which is fun.
Yeah. But as a result, like, I say the F word a lot, and I just do,
And that's okay. That happens here in a day in the life, because my mom probably not listened to this podcast. This is probably not the one, unless it's something cool. Because here's the thing with this podcast that me and Daniel have talked about as something like we want it to be, is this can be whatever we want it to be. Like, this isn't necessarily talking about wrestling. This isn't necessarily talking about Broadway. We might do both those things, but this is whatever we want to do. Like, we were texting over the weekend, I think, or maybe it was just this week. He was finishing the show You, which I'm a big fan of that show, and like, we were starting to like have a dialogue about it, and I was like, crap, I would love to do this for an episode, because I have so many thoughts that I don't want to type into my phone. And that's what this show is. It's whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah,
And guess who doesn't need therapy now? Not me. I still do. It helps a lot. But this also, I am told to the white man in his 30s, just as good as therapy is what the internet tells me.
So here's the thing. What are you? How old are you now?
29.
Okay. You turned 30 in November.
In November, yeah.
I'm 31 now. We're different people, okay? We're
not the same guys who walk through that door, okay?
This ain't the same guy that couldn't stay Bialystok. Okay? I've got that down, all right?
Right now, tell me what you think definitively that name is.
Max Bialystok.
No.
Is it not? That's not it.
No.
Is it Bialystok?
No.
What is it?
Bialystok.
Stock. I would not have gotten there. I was like, oh, I've exhausted my realistic options.
That's fun. That's that deep cut for the ones who've always been there. Yeah.
So fun thing I thought about. I was telling somebody at work about Way Off Broadway, and I pulled it up on Spotify, and I just went through all of them, and I was like, I literally just named every single one we've ever done. And I was thinking, first off, Way Off Broadway will exist in some format through this show or its own. So congrats. You're welcome.
Everyone, I want to take a moment to tell you, you're welcome. You should thank us because we're giving the people what they want.
We hate each other, but we know how much you.
We cannot stand each other. That's why we're not in the same space right now. You used to be in the same space. Can't do that anymore.
Yeah, no, there
but
is.
we know you want Way Off Broadway. So, but we also want to like temper your expectations. So we're facilitating it on a new platform. Maybe. We just might flip flop. Who's to say? I don't know.
But we covered bangers.
Bangers.
The is right out the gate. The producers, Little Shop of Horror, Legally Blonde, Bye Bye Birdie.
We were happy to say bye-bye to Mr. Conrad Birdie.
One of our most famous, popular episodes, Something Rotten,
which
to
is
this day.
Wild.
Mm-hmm. Catch Me If You Can, Assassins, The Prom, The Scrubs, the musical, A Spelling Bee, Jekyll and Hyde, Monty Python, Spamalot, Beetlejuice, Songs for a New World, and this is the powerful thing. This might not make the podcast. I might speed it up. I've started.
That might actually be really funny.
Yeah. Into the Woods Part 1, Into the Woods Part 2, The Music Man, Newsies, Heathers, The Musical, The Book of Mormon, Be More Chill, Cats, Wicked, Damn Yankees, Little Mermaid, Thoroughly Modern Millie, Parade, The Drowsy Chaperone, Sweeney Todd 2, Escape to Margaritaville, Kimberly Akimbo, Mean Girls. You didn't like Kimberly Akimbo?
No, Margaritaville. That was awful.
Yeah, that was very
awful.
Bad. Waitress, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, Shrek the Musical, and we left things hanging.
We did the last one we did that I don't even think made it anywhere because I was supposed to edit it and then like life fell off the face of the planet.
Yeah.
Was Is There Life After High School? Which,
it made it. It's an episode. It's out there.
Oh, wow. Well,
yeah.
There we go. I think some milestones within those episodes was very interesting. Is we can say, because this is how it happened, in the middle of Bye Bye Birdie, in between songs, was when Daniel turned to me and said, "My wife is pregnant."
No, that was Music Man.
I said Music Man, didn't I?
You said Bye Bye Birdie.
I'm Birdie on the brain. Dang.
Yeah.
It was Music Man, and we were listening to the Hugh Jackman recording, which is fine.
So if you want to hear for the first time me realizing I'm going to be a dad, that's what that episode is.
Yeah.
Just that morning. It's pretty wild.
Assassins, I remember I was so mad because, and this is just a quick little thing, that like when it came time to read the plot, I wasn't going to read to Daniel like 1900s US history because it was just history. And someone commented on it like going after me for not reading the plot or taking it seriously. Like they said that we were trying to rush out of the booth. Hey guy, I don't like you. I never did.
Hey, go. I don't know what I'm doing.
So I imagine you were gonna go tell that man to go fuck himself, right?
Go fuck yourself. This is the Good Guy Bad Pants show. Go fuck yourself. Well, a lot has happened since you last saw us. I'm assuming that a lot of people that are watching this are probably Way Off Broadway fans. So
I would assume a good bit, and I would also assume that some who have just followed the, let's call it a career of or the evolution of from Good Guy Bad Pants to Bad Pants Media to like there's been a journey.
Yeah. And I mean, we don't have to go into details, but like the way that things like ended was shitty.
We could do the bullshit thing podcast people do and say creative differences.
Yeah, but it wasn't creative differences.
It had nothing to do with creative per se.
So I'll be honest, like I ended, or at least I could tell my part, and we can like, I took this way too seriously, and like got protective over something that really never gave a whole lot back to me, and as a result, like I was just like a perfectionist, and I wasn't super great, and I chose this over friendship, unfortunately.
it's one of those deals where you put in a enormous amount of time into this, into editing, into creating, into like the initial idea was a joint idea, but very quickly it was Daniel's baby because Daniel was putting forth 8 to 10 hours a week on it. And I completely understood the concept of like me being involved in I'll call it a creative capacity or not an ownership capacity, but me being involved to that level. I can say if I was in Daniel's position in regards to like NBW, right? I would be a little like, no, I want it to be this. Like, this is what I'm thinking, and I'm doing all the things. So like, I get it. Were you a dick? Absolutely. But also, I was a little shit there for a bit.
I wasn't. In my head, I had. Like in the points that I had for being aggravated were good points, but like at the end of the day, and like should it have mattered? Like yeah, maybe we should have figured out a way to do something that wasn't as I don't know, like it just got to the point where things were like I think both of us were kind of walking on eggshells around each other.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do that enough, you start to not want to be around the other person and you start to just get in this really weird headspace, especially if you have anxiety and anxiety leads to panic and paranoia and all of this stuff. And you just kind of paint this whole narrative in your head. And if you find a way to justify that in your head, like I could justify every point that I made, but like, the stuff I was putting the weight behind was the wrong thing. Like it should have been the friendship. There should have been more conversations had on earlier on my part. It shouldn't have gotten to the point where it kind of seemed like it came out of nowhere, even though it was something that had been going on for a while. And so I take full responsibility. I'm very appreciative that you have given me another opportunity and we've been able to kind of grow and mature together and we're both doing really cool stuff. And I'm super excited to be doing this here with you today.
This is very exciting. I'm going to make one point about what you were saying before, because this is how I have told this story to people. How it goes was the day I told Daniel that my girlfriend of over a year broke up with me was also the day he kicked me off the podcast.
Yeah.
To me, that, like, retrospect, full story, like, if the summary is that story, to me that's funny, because life is life is a tragedy, but it can be funny.
Yeah, but for me, it was like it wasn't an easy. It was one of those decisions that was so hard to make that I knew if I didn't do it right then, it would never happen. I don't know if you've ever been in a position where you felt that way, where like I finally have the courage to do this. I don't know how long the courage will be.
This is brave.
No, fuck me. But like this is like that's where I was at the point in time.
Daniel has been on a mission to learn an unknown truth of the universe, an answer to one of life's ageless questions. Would it be cheating if you shared vessels with a ghost via boning? Here's his latest attempt to uncover the truth.
This is your chance, as far as you know, to be the first person that ever had sex with a ghost.
You can't know that if you're having sex with a ghost.
The question was, would you be mad if your partner told you they fucked a ghost?
Yes!
But hear me out.
Okay, so if you think you're the first person to fuck that's no different than like someone stealing and it's like, is that the first time they've stolen or is that the first time they've been caught? If ghosts, if a ghost can fuck one time, they've always been fucking.
This is the first time a human has ever fucked a ghost in this scenario.
Well, I think those ghosts aren't being entirely honest.
Let's just say they were.
Okay.
Let's just say like...
Okay, was there foreplay?
Yeah.
Did the ghost, like, come on to me?
Oh, well, we did talk about this consent. Like, yeah. So the ghost, like, This is verbatim. Let me just insert it here. So here's what happens. You walk into a room and you're like in the bathroom and the mirror starts to fog up. You're like, oh shit, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, um, something pops up on the mirror. It's just like, um, do you feel this? And like you shake your head yes, and then like it raises it. It's like, are you okay with it? And then you like give consent.
Do ghosts have a physical form that's attractive? Like,
So
do they have flesh?
I don't think so. I think you're just like,
How's that work?
so like
I know I'm asking the concept of fucking a ghost. But
this is what this podcast is about now. This is what the Good Guy Bad Pants show is. Okay, it's just
a fucking ghost.
okay. It's logistics. Okay, here's how I think it happens.
Okay.
Because it's a ghost. It's asking a lot of if a ghost was to ask you to do all of the work.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's like playing pin the tail on the donkey.
Is it a giving lover?
I think it would, like so. Like I'm just thinking, like. And so after the mirror fogs up, you see a piece of good. And then all of a sudden you feel a little bit of pressure on your lap, and next thing you know, you're baking biscuits.
So they have a physical form.
You can't see it, but you can feel the pressure of it.
I can't do this blind.
You have to.
How tall is the ghost?
Question. You can't see the ghost, but you're in the ghost. Do you just like look down and see you, or is that also like a Harry Potter, like the cover of it? And
Actually, wait. Wait. The idea, this would be the only time you truly see yourself fuck. Because you would see me like, oh, okay. I feel like it'd be a revelation, really.
I think
we should fuck ghosts, actually. It's not whether you would. Nah. We exclusively.
So you like trying to hide it from your girlfriend?
Well, they would never know.
Well, they would if you're just sitting in the living room with your Dwayne The Rock Johnson out. So here's the thing. Christian. Put on a VR headset.
All of a sudden, not too weird.
A little weird.
Not too weird. Still
on
weird.
Of 1 to fucking a ghost, it's probably like a 5. You're definitely lower on the scale.
I hate this so much.
But the thing is, and not to make it gross, there wasn't to make it gross was never my point. My point is like your partner was given the opportunity to potentially pull a Neil Armstrong and do like to defiably say that they did something first in the entire world. Like I was the first person that walked on the moon.
Daniel, do you want that to be your legacy?
I don't, but like I'm asking you if your significant other came home and they were like, I saw this opportunity and I wanted to be in the textbooks. Are you mad?
Yes!
Okay.
Now, if it is a distinguished ghost, that maybe perhaps is a historical figure, maybe
it's Benjamin Franklin. It's Benjamin Franklin.
I want to be mad.
I wouldn't be mad. Here, let's play a game. I'm going to name historical figures. You tell me if you'd be mad or not. William Shakespeare.
Oh, God, no.
I feel like I would be a little mad because I feel
You'd
like...
be mad?
Because I feel like they want
to... Just another thing he stole?
See? I just feel like William Shakespeare is probably better at fucking than me.
He had so much practice!
And now me and my significant other are having this conversation of like for the rest of our relationship, however long it may last. At that point, you're just like, oh, and she's like, William Shakespeare would have been better. He's like, what the fuck did you say? I said William Shakespeare would have done that better. And you're just, oh, Billy fucking Shakespeare again. Romeo and fucking Juliet. Why don't you go fuck William Shakespeare again? Oh, wait, you can't. He's fucking dead. Okay?
Hit me with your next one. Okay, let's keep this train moving.
Is William Shakespeare gonna fucking make you pasta Alfredo like you like? Henry Ford.
I'd be mad.
Yeah, he was anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
Well, Disney.
Same deal. I'd be mad.
Also anti-Semitic.
Yes, there's a trend.
Elon Musk.
God, I'd
Also
be mad.
anti-Semitic.
I'd be so mad. There's a trend here.
Yeah.
I'm no detective.
Would you be mad if it was the ghost of Andrew Garfield?
Oh,
not
no.
The president. The president, not the Spider-Man.
Oh. If it were Spider-Man, blessing be to the fruit, or whatever that phrase is, blessed be the fruit. If it's the president, yeah, I'd be mad.
Christian, can I ask you a question? I know we've been kind of joking lately in the last few minutes, but can I ask you a question?
You can ask me a question.
Do you think Grover Cleveland fucked?
I think to your point about the ghost, I think there are people, not me, but people who would do that because they could say they fucked the president.
Well, so like in wrestling, so in hockey they're called puck bunnies, and I think they're all probably derogatory terms. In wrestling, they're called ring rats. What do you call a president fucker?
A Monroe. I mean, I think that's great.
I think it is great, but I'm wondering, do we have to follow the two-word rule?
The Monroe Monkeys?
That feels problematic.
It does.
Yeah. The Capital Kitties.
I like it.
Political piranhas.
I hate it.
Thanos wanted 5 stones. All he really needed to do was have the ability to just make people like shit themselves on command. Can you imagine? You'd have the world at your feet, Christian. You have the world at your feet. Just think about it. Like, you're fucking in the Olympics. Somebody's about to beat you at a race. Boom, they shit their pants.
Have you seen the Josh Brolin video of him talking about like how weird Comic-Cons are?
No, I haven't.
He was talking to some Marvel star. I don't remember who. Being like, hey, have you ever gone to a Comic-Con? And they're like, yes, we love it. And he's like, oh, it's really weird, man. I mean, these fans just walk up to you, and you're like, you play Thanos. Why didn't you just double the resources, and then the universe is fine? And then Josh Brolin went, oh, and god damn it, he was right, but why does he have to tell me? And I just thought that was funny.
Well, here's the thing. That person, they probably felt like they had to get it out, and their friends were probably tired of hearing about it. See, that's not the first time they've ever said that theory.
No.
His friends, he's probably been cut off.
He's been workshopping it, at this point, maybe for years.
And he's been waiting for it. And he's like, this is the closest I'll ever get. I'm not allowed to say this stuff in front of my friends anymore, or they won't hang out with me. Here's my chance.
Sir Josh Brolin, sir.
Yes, sir. From Men in Black 3 or 4. He played a young Tommy Lee Jones.
I've only ever seen the first one, and I only watched it I didn't watch it with sound on. It was one of the times at some family event where subtitles are just going.
Yeah, you've never watched a movie without sound, but you're just zoned in because you know the moment you take your eyes off, you're gonna have to talk to somebody you don't want to,
and then you're gonna lose everything you got.
Yeah,
and it's always funny in those movies when you're kind of following it, and then something cool happens, and you're genuinely like, hell yeah.
Yeah, until Uncle Ernie comes over and fucking changes the channel, and you can't act mad because
he's had a tough year.
Yeah, and then everybody would know you've just been sitting here watching a movie on mute like a weirdo. I don't know. That reminds me of this reminds me of a story kind of for some reason.
Okay.
So we were going on a trip to this Christmas lights place with people from our church, and our van broke down in somebody's yard. And so that person, being the kind person, just invited everybody inside. So everybody that was on the bus is now just in somebody's house. And
this is a horror movie.
It's crammed. But the movie Babe is on. That's all I remember.
Wow. A Babe cut. Wow.
Have you noticed that you tell your parents stories about stuff, and you the stuff that you remembered it by, they're just what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, one time I was like, hey Dad, do you remember the day that I didn't want to eat my Happy Meals, so we spent the whole day you wouldn't give me my toy until I did? And my dad's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, that's because I think for parents, every day is such bullshit that they have to run together, and you forget everything you can.
Meanwhile, it was a McDonald's toy. It was the chicken nuggets. It was a Hot Wheels ambulance was the toy, and it was in one of those little plastic wrapping packages.
Were you ever one of those kids that if there was a cool toy at McDonald's, you went toy hunting?
To try to get it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know we have my brother he did a few of the sets. We did that with the McDonald's Monopoly one year. So we were just hash brown hunting because they had the little stickers on the packages. But no, I'm guessing maybe you were.
I have a memory of me and my friend Harrison. We went and I haven't thought about this kid in a long time. We went to see the movie Treasure Planet when it was in theaters.
Shout out Treasure Planet.
And we loved it. So his mom was like, "Oh, we're gonna go to McDonald's because we really wanted there was a toy that was the crystal necklace thing, and we really wanted it." And then it became this mom's life mission. She went to 5 different McDonald's.
Yeah.
Swear to God, we spent 2 hours going to different McDonald's, just asking, "Do you have this toy?" And I don't think I have told another human being this story.
Yeah.
But it came to me here. Good Guy Bad Pants Show.
Yeah. The Good Guy Bad Pants Show. I just thought of another one that was very similar.
Okay.
Or I forgot it, but here we go. Let's think. Babe or Charlotte's Web?
Charlotte's Web.
I haven't seen either of them enough. Do you ever see the movie Blank Check?
No.
It's Blank Check.
Is that the one about the kid who gets all that money?
Kid gets hit by a bike. Some rich asshole's way too busy to even care. Writes him a check. Guess what, though, Christian? He forgets to put a number in. So it's a blank check.
I want you to know that you used to talk about this movie a lot.
Yeah, it sticks out. It sticks out, but because he was so cool, Christian. He had a fucking slide, and people would ask his name, and he would look down. This is how old it was. He saw his computer. It was an old Mac, and he says, "Oh, what is your name for the reservation?" And he looks down, and he goes, "Macintosh."
It's so dumb.
Uh,
But this shit, like, as a podcast, we truly will cover like whatever we want to cover. Like
and you'll be fucking thankful.
And you'll be thankful that we gave you the pleasure, okay? But like,
there's one thing that we do here at Good Guy Bad Pants Show is we give pleasure.
Yeah, we do.
Anyways. I feel bad for some people that are like, what happened to those good Christian boys that used to talk about musicals? Well, who hurt them?
Waitress hurt us. I never quite recovered. But like, I know soon I want to do an episode about just kind of talking about the show You and like kind of talking about the last season a little bit and kind of.
You want to talk a little bit about it here, or you want to save it all for that?
I want to save it. I want a special episode just to be about that. It's easier to market.
We're giving you a promise ring right now.
Yeah, we are.
We'll be back for you later, honey.
So last year, I watched 154 movies.
They were all
Sinners.
Big fat liar.
Like truly, is probably the best movie I've seen in like 18 months. It it broke my brain a little bit because I was like, there's a shot, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's this shot that just is so good that I think it'll be studied in film school for the next 50 years. It's just, Ryan Coogler is an amazing director, and it's a phenomenal movie. Don't be dissuaded by, it's only a little bit like, it's a vampire movie, but like it also is.
It's a vampire movie.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of vampires.
And they follow all the rules of vampire movies. Is they can't enter without permission. They can die from garlic and a stake through the heart. Like, it's all very basic vampire stuff.
Easy peasy. Silver fucking bullet.
Like, so for me, like, this movie, like, it's phenomenal. And it's like he hid, like, true art within it. Like with, like, genre to hell, like, you forget what it is. You forget that what type of movie it is. It's just you're watching film. Like, it truly feels like cinema. And I hate how often that word is thrown around nowadays. But, like, and I don't know if this will sell you on the movie or not.
I'm sold. So many people that I respect have said it's good. I've been sold. I just am a little baby. But you have sold me to the point where I will see it if you go with me.
I'll go with you. Yeah.
You hold my hand.
I will.
Okay. You heard him here, folks.
Yep. Pictures or didn't happen. I'm confident. Anyways, that movie's amazing. When we see it, we should have an episode about it. I think that would be fun. We can break down how Michael B. Jordan is the greatest actor alive.
In a world where clowns are just as real as vampires, what are you more afraid of?
I am always afraid of clowns. Like, this is a real fear I have. I'd be more afraid of the clowns. Can you imagine a vampire clown?
That would be pretty scary.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Probably a very small percentage of clowns kill people.
You're right. They don't write enough stories about the clowns that don't.
Right. I mean, who's your favorite non-killer clown? I'll go first. Probably Cam's clown from Modern Family. That was a fun one.
Oh, yeah. I love Cam. That whole show is great. Krusty the Clown. Ronald McDonald?
For the charity, I'll give it to him. Let's do Mount Rushmore clowns. Non-scary clowns.
Non-scary clowns, okay.
So, Krusty the Clown's definitely on there.
I put him at 2.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
and then
3.
So
let's see.
We've got. Does Cam make it? Like, I guess we got to think more about this, because who are?
Okay, I'm gonna say Cam does make it because I know the idea of that would make the character happy if they knew we counted them amongst the greats.
Did you ever see the show with Zach Galifianakis where he played a clown? It was good. I don't know, like, who else played clowns? I could easily do my Mount Rushmore of bad clowns. Would you like to hear that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Number 1, Pogo the Clown, John Wayne Gacy.
Yes.
Real live killer clown. Number 2 is going to be Pennywise.
Yes, easy.
Number 3 is going to be the clown from American Horror Story.
Yes.
And number 4, Donald Trump.
I knew it was going to make it in. I knew it.
Yeah, he's got a lot of makeup on. Have you?
I'm
AI,
surprised Art didn't make the cut for you. Do you know about Art
Who's
the Killer
Art?
Clown?
I'm not aware.
It's what are those movies called? Art is from God. He showed up from the Terrifier movies.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes.
Probably never gonna watch those.
This guy.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you'd kiss Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Is it
Just
consensual?
see what it was like. What?
Is it consensual?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
I'd probably give him a peck on the lips.
Yeah, like, if anything, it's not even a romantic thing. It's a thank you for the gifts you've given this world.
Well, here's the thing. I bet you $100 that he's kissed one of his Tonys. So, you've kissed a Tony. Here's the thing. What if I told you, this is maybe a funny sketch. You're like a upcoming playwright.
Okay.
Or like a musical, and you're in the thing, and I come to you as like a genie, and I'm just like, hey, for your soul, I will promise that you will have a Tony. And you're like, oh, yes, Devil Master.
Oh, yes, Devil Master, sir, thank you. Here, my soul, take it from me.
And so you do that, and then the next day, there's like a big crate that shows up, and it is a potbelly pig named Tony, and now you no longer have a soul. That's why you got to be careful when people promise you in exchange for your soul.
You know, like, that's like the whole plot of Something Rotten.
Is it?
Yeah. You don't remember that one? Where, like, he goes to a soothsayer to see the future, to see what the greatest thing Shakespeare will ever write is. And he mistakes it, and he learned omelet and musical when it was Hamlet.
Oh, Hamlet. Yes. I would say a little bit different, because this one has a potbelly pig named Tony in it.
I would watch that sitcom.
It would be a 3-part, like, very dramatic HBO series, a la Chernobyl.
And
I've never seen Chernobyl. It seems deep.
And with any luck, starring as this playwright is Pedro Pascal.
Oh yes, 100%. But here's the thing: he had like a terrible burn, so you can't see his face. I don't know.
The way.
How the fuck did Kate get out of that fucking building with only like 2 burns on her arm? I'm sorry, but
how'd she get out of the building at all?
Exactly,
that pissed me off. That pissed me off. It was so dumb. I was very upset because next time on the Bad Pants Show.